Beep, 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 beep. Welcome to the Court of the Edijester. How are we all? I hope you are well. Like, subscribe, click the doobries, the things, the usuals, and if you can help me out, buy me a coffee, or become a jesterite. Become a jesterite, that's the best thing. Oh, yes, we like the jesterites. And also, become a warrior teacher. It's May, we're moving towards the start. I need you people. This is just horrific, but also weirdly funny. And I know I shouldn't say that, because I'm a bad man for saying it. But this is... here's what I don't get before we start, right? I don't get how this is any different to what they've been doing to gay kids, except in terms of how they did it and where they did it. I might just be being obtuse for the sake of being obtuse in my own mind, but you can tell me, as I'm sure you will, in the comments, and then of course read the article from the BBC in the doobries, as one usually does. BBC, breaking headline news. Eunuch maker, mutilator, jailed for 22 years. Anybody else find it strange that number's 22 and then it's two of the same number? Stop it. See, my mind goes, oh, weirdo. I'm a weirdo. This is a guy called Marius Gustafsson who ran a lucrative business in extreme body modifications. Right, do we really think that cutting off somebody's nards is in the realms of extreme body modification, or do we think it's just GBH by nutters? How far are we going to allow people to go? He had his balls removed and he had them replaced just between his eyebrows. So they're now between his eyebrows. And next week he's having his knob removed and that's going to be put above the balls on top of his head. Really? Really? Yeah, he's always badly dressed because he can't see anything in the mirror. I shouldn't make light of this. A self-styled eunuch maker. That should be like a character in Dungeons and Dragons. Where are you going? I'm off to see the eunuch maker. Yeah, but there's a dragon over here. I'll be back. The self-styled eunuch maker who mutilated paying customers and streamed it on. They paid him and streamed it online has been jailed for life with a minimum term of 22 years. Go on, tell me how it's different. It's not different. That's the problem. It's not different. It's just cosy. One's cosy and one's coarse. That's the difference, isn't it? This bloke gets 22 years. The cosy lot are going, tea anyone? Get me a bag, will you, for these? Marius Gustafsson admitted offences, including 5 counts of causing grievous bodily harm with intent. There's the law we should be using. He was described at a 3-day sentencing at the Old Bailey as a lunatic, an arch manipulator and a butcher. Yeah, go on. And? Don't we know a few of them that are actually doing it and people going, well done, it's so it's brave, supporting these people who want to lose their testicles. Yeah. Anyway, right, you'll see a picture of him in this as well. He's sort of gruff looking, but if it was like a fairy tale, then he'd be like the baddie, you know what I mean? Snow White and the Knacker Remover. Something like that. And that's exactly how you'd expect him to look. Hiding under a bridge. He was described at the 3-day sentencing, as I said, as a lunatic, an arch manipulator and a butcher. The Norwegian, who is 46, ran a lucrative business. Judge Mark Lucraft, KC. I think he said KFC. Judge Mark Lucraft, I'm so sorry, Mark. KC said Gustafsson had been the mastermind of the gruesome and grisly, large-scale and extremely dangerous enterprise. What? Really? Isn't what we've seen happen to gay men who got caught in the butchery of the gender identity industry a large-scale, extremely dangerous enterprise which is gruesome and grisly? I don't get it. On one occasion, Gustafsson cooked with what appeared to be human testicles, which were then placed to be eaten, and kept other body parts as trophies. He said, this is all a bit Hannibal for me. Judge Lucraft told the court he was entirely satisfied that the motivation was a mix of sexual gratification as well as financial reward. There you go. You drag all this back and what do you end up with? Male sexual entitlement. It makes me sick. The court heard how the defendant's eunuch maker pay-per-view website advertised services including castration, penis removal and the freezing of limbs. It's a rather strange combination. It's a very strange combination. The Old Bailey was also told how Gustafsson got others to perform procedures on him, including having a nipple and his penis removed and a leg frozen. Right? The website showed the defendant and his medically unqualified accomplices. Ah, there we are. See, they're not medically qualified. If you're medically qualified, you can do it. You can do it and everybody will clap you as being stunning and brave. But if you're not medically qualified, I mean, all that would have saved this man from 22 years in prison is a doctor's certificate as being a doctor. If you'd done a degree in medicine, we'd be all right. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. 6 were sentenced alongside him, and they were performing a series of operations in London's flats and hotel rooms on apparently willing volunteers. Some were as young as 16. Tell me how this is different. The only difference between this, right now, I was watching a television program the other day, right? And in this television program, there was the butchering of animals in front of children, right? They butchered animals in front of children. There was encouraging children to butcher the animals themselves. There was people living in one-room shacks. So obviously what the mother and father were up to, there were 3 kids in the corner on the other bed. These were it's real dark stuff, real dark stuff. And then there's people living in abject poverty and drunken mothers spending their money when they should be helping their children. It's about, the most abject poverty and the most awful lack of moral strength. And it's called Lark Rise to Candleford. Get it? See, you wrap this stuff up in a pretty nice, pretty middle-class package, and then people can go, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. No, oh, yeah. It's all right. Go on, tell me why it's different, because I don't get it. In his defence, In his defence, Gustafsson, legal team, claimed he only wanted to put a smile on people's faces. And what do? I make other people happy, says the Norwegian guy. That's not a very good Norwegian accent, is it? My Norwegian warrior teachers never forgive me. And how do you make the people happy? I remove their balls. And are they happy about that? Well, they seem to be. They pay me money. And their balls are gone. Get me out. Stop the world. I want to get off. He said he put a smile on people's faces by offering a service to those suffering, like him, from what was described as body integrity dysphoria. It's not. The whole thing is insane. These people are nuts. He got 22 years and the judge called him a lunatic. But yet we've got people who are officially doing this to people. Make it make sense. And they're doing it because it's dressed up in the middle class garb of professionalism. Just like the horrors of Lark Rise to Candleford. If you show kids a horror film, which has actually got all that in, hey kids, butcher some animals, there's people having sex in the corner of a 1-bedroom flat, and children are encouraged to butcher animals and all the stuff that goes on. If you showed them a horror film based on that, which is exactly the same as what Lark Rise to Candleford does, then the middle classes would be horrified. But they're okay with Lark Rise to Candleford because they can watch it on a Sunday afternoon with a tea and a scone. Good this, isn't it? Oh, the acting's beautiful and the costumes. Why is this any different? You go and have a read and you tell me in the Dubris, because I don't get it. If he's in jail, why aren't other people? Maybe it's just a matter of time. Hopefully it is a matter of time. We're coming. Okay? I shouldn't make light of it, but I have. What the hell? Bunch of loonies. But they did it to a 16-year-old. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.